Good morning. Welcome to my channel, Kinesis. Thank you so much for joining me here this morning on the mat. Today I am bringing to you a stretchy, feel-good core routine. All you need is a mat. And yeah, we're going to open up our hips a lot. Lots of hip openers today. Dynamically, we're not going to hold anything. It's all a dynamic exercise. So you could do this before going on a run, going on a hike this beautiful weekend. Whatever you've got planned, this will be a good warm-up, a good energizer to start your day off strong. So if that sounds good to you, then grab a mat and let's begin at the foot of our mat. So come to the very edge of the mat and sit yourself into a nice child's pose with your legs close together. So not a wide-legged one, but a narrow child's pose. Before we get moving into our hip openers, into our lunges, just take a moment to breathe deeply into your lungs, inhaling and filling the lungs entirely from the sides to the back of the rib cage with air. And exhale out the mouth, letting all of that air go out. Feel the deep compression of the hip socket, the femur bone sitting snug into that hip socket, and then relaxing, releasing the torso on top of your thighs. Maybe opening and closing your mouth. If you tend to hold tension in the jaw like I do when an exercise becomes difficult, catch yourself doing that and just open and close your mouth like you're yawning. Maybe yawn. One more breath in through the nose and complete the cycle out through the mouth. Ready to move, okay. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, come to your knees. Step the left foot forwards into your deep lunge. Really tucking the tailbone here, feeling the release on the front of the right hip. Grounding that left foot, pressing evenly into all parts of the foot. Making sure that left knee is stacked over the left ankle. And when you're ready, we are going to tuck the right toes. Continue to sweep the arms back in the circle very slowly. They come forwards in front of the shoulder. And our back knee hovers off the ground. Hold, and then straighten that left leg, release. It's a lot of strengthening for the quads here. And then sit back down into that deep lunge. You could always drop the knee as a modification. And then from there, you're going to rotate. Inhale and rotate towards the screen. You're rotating towards the forward knee. Exhale, go home. Inhale the other way. Rotation. Really feel the ribs wrapping side to side. Come forwards again. Straighten the leg. Bend the knee. The back knee comes to the ground and you circle the arms up, back, forwards. And then sit back into your child's pose for the other side. Take one full breath cycle, in through the nose and out through the mouth before we move on. Inhale, circle the arms up, engage your glutes, open the front of the hips. Keep the arms up and then step the right leg forwards in one swift, controlled movement. And make little adjustments, make sure you're tucking that tailbone, opening the front of the left hip. Right there. The right knee is stacked over the right ankle and the knee is in line with your second toe. Nice little tiny back bend. Look up to the sky. Palms face one another. And try to relax your shoulders out from your ears. Even though our arms are held overhead, we're trying to relax our shoulders down the back of the rib cage. And then one more full circle with the arms back, down, all the way forwards. As they come forwards, tuck the left toes and hover the left knee off the ground into your strong lunge. More of your weight is on the forward leg to support your body weight. If it's more back, that might induce knee pain on that back leg. So more weight on the front leg. Pause. You can always drop that left knee if you need to. Straighten the right leg. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, rotate. Move the right arm back. Rotate towards that forward knee. It's my right knee. Might be your other side if you are doing the other side. Come through center and then inhale to the other side and hold. Feel the wrapping of the obliques around the rib cage to guide the rotation of your torso. Come center. Straighten the leg once more. And bend the knee back to the ground. The arms come up. They circle all the way back, forwards. Press back into your child's pose. We're gonna do that one more time on each leg. Take a breath in and out, a little faster this time. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Bring the left leg forwards. Find that deep lunge, tucking the tailbone. Circle the arms back, down, forward. Simultaneously curl the right toes and hover the right knee. And then straighten the left leg. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, press back into the deep lunge. Inhale, rotate towards the screen, towards me, or towards that forward leg, wherever that be, right or left for you. Exhale, forwards. Inhale, other side. You can always do this with that back knee down if you need to. Exhale, forwards. Straighten the leg, inhale, grow tall. Exhale, down with the back knee. Arms come up and they circle back, down, forwards, into your child's pose without falling over like I almost did. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, lengthen that spine. Okay, inhale, come to the knees. Arms sweep overhead, palms face one another, little back bend. Engaging the glutes and the core to support the lower back. Place the right foot on the ground. Shift into your deep hip opener, tucking the tailbone to open the left front of the hips. From there, circle the arms back. Big, full circle, increasing mobility in the shoulders. Arms come forwards, palms face one another as you tuck the left toes and hover. Hold. Inhale, straighten the right knee. The arms stay put. And you inhale to grow taller. Exhale, bend that forward knee again. Inhale, rotate towards the front knee. I'm rotating to my right. Exhale, forwards. Inhale, rotate the other way. Away from the front knee. Exhale, forwards. Inhale, grow tall, straighten the front leg. Exhale, down with the back knee. Circle the arms. Back, down, forwards. Press into the lunge a little more, and then back into child's pose. And then snake your body forwards into a high plank position. We're just gonna hold this a few breaths. Actively pressing into the palms, spreading your fingers wide. Feeling all of the connective tissue from the palms pressing into the ground and pressing evenly into the balls of the feet, pressing energy back through the heels, engaging the back of the legs, the glutes, the core, the back and the front of the core, and lengthen the head so you're not craning or drooping the neck. Spinning those elbow pits forwards. I call them the elbow pits, you know, right here, to externally rotate at the shoulders. And we're gonna hold for one more inhale and exhale. One more inhale, actually. On the exhale, gently drop the knees down. Keep the toes curled and sit back into a child's pose as far as your hips can go without your palms coming off of the mat. Your booty may not make it to the heels, and that's okay. This is your loaded position. From here, we're going to snake our body forwards into the kneeling modified plank. Do a tricep push-up all the way down to 90 degrees. The shoulders are in line with the elbows, and then exhale up and swiftly move back to the child's pose. So it's an inhale forwards. Keep the elbows by your body for a Chaturanga style tricep push-up. Exhale to come back. And you're only going to lower as far as you can. So if that's here, that's okay. The goal is to get to, if you glance back, where your elbow and shoulder are in one line. And your body is a plank. Inhale as you go down, engage the glutes. Exhale as you come up and sit back. I love adding the little child's pose, kind of loaded beast position, because it serves as a little recovery for my triceps. Feels good. We're gonna do 3 more just like that, and then we'll change it up. Strong shoulders, working on those stability muscles of the shoulder. Using your breath to guide the movement. 1 more like this. We're going to do 3 more, but you're going to hold it at however low you can lower into your Chaturanga tricep push-up. You're going to hold it for 3 seconds. It looks like this. Inhale, lower, hold for 1, Mississippi, 2, Mississippi, 3, Mississippi, and exhale back. So I want the whole Mississippi. No cheating here. It's okay if you only lower to here for your 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Or you lower as far as you can, but not surpassing the level of your shoulders in line with the elbow. Whew, all right. Now you're going to come onto your side for 1 little plank combo I've got for you guys today. It's a plank oblique circuit. I'm going to be on my right side. If you are mirror imaging me, you will be on your left side. So pick whatever's easiest for you to follow. And you're going to start in a staggered. We're going to do the staggered plank first. It's a little bit easier, so good to start there. You're going to be in a forearm plank, arm to the sky. So our combination looks like this. Forearm plank, bring the right booty down, the legs super glue together. I'm doing it very slowly. I'm on only my right side of the hips. I touch my legs and I lower them back to staggered position, back up into my side plank. And then I rotate to the other side and do the same thing. So I'm rotating to my other forearm, staggering my feet right in front of the left, coming up into side plank with the arm extended, lowering my left hip down now, super gluing the legs together and elevating them up into this leg lift, tapping my toes, my knee, wherever I can bind, lowering back into side plank, lift, use those obliques, use your lats, strong bottom side of the body, rotate back. It's a rotisserie plank, you're rotating. I don't want you to slump into this shoulder, I want you to actively press the ground away, press into the earth to support this movement. Let's go a little faster. Down, toe tap, I'm on the right side of my hips, back to plank, rotate, other side, plank, left hip comes down, straighten the legs, super glue them together, tap, down, side plank, rotate. You can make it harder by stacking your feet, just like so. Use your breath. Exhale as the legs come up. So find what works for you, what speed works for you, but move with good form over recklessly going through reps as fast as you can. We want to move with control in Pilates, always with control and efficiency. Okay, after this, one more to each side. Last one. Oh, we made it. Okay, moving on. Let's do a few more hip things, okay? So this one, I really love. It's quite fun. We're gonna do it slowly and then pick up the pace a little bit. So facing me, kneeling, engaging your glutes, opening the front of the hips. Let's just take a few shoulder rolls first. We just worked our shoulders a lot, so let's do a few full range of motion circles. Reverse the direction. Shake anything you need out. Get your wiggles out. Okay, here's our choreography. Let's take our right leg forwards. So that right leg is forwards, and it's not in line with that left knee. I've done this one before, many times. It's actually on the diagonal. So if this is like one axis, and this is the other axis, this would usually be like right in line with my knee. I'm at about, not quite 45 degree, but more like right about here, I don't know. Geometry, 60 degrees from here if this were 90. And then from there, just get comfy with this position. Your right knee is going to travel over the right second toe as we move. Take a full inhale, full exhale. On your next inhale, you're going to reach into your side bend. It's a side bend for that left side body. Actively reach in opposition with the right arm, palm facing the sky, down below, and the left arm up, palm facing down. Feel the openness in the left side body as you breathe into the stretch. And feel the openness in the inner thighs and the groin area as we sink into this adductor stretch. One more breath. Long holds to begin. And come back up. I forgot to mention, if you want a little bit more padding on your knees, you can fold your mat over 2 to 3 times, or you can get a pillow or something to put under the knee. Sorry, now you know for the future. And now we're going to bring the arms, square our torso towards that right knee, and inhale, reach the arms up on the angle, on a diagonal angle. You're trying to square your body on top of that right thigh and get the spine as long as possible. Pulling the belly in. One more inhale. And exhale, bring the arms back. Bring your body back to center. One more variation. Take the hands to the hips. Keep the left hand on the hip and the right arm sweeps up as you sink into that stretch, just like before. But this time we look back towards our left elbow, back towards that left foot, getting a nice little stretch on the right side of the neck, tucking the chin down a little bit to really open up the back of the neck. We're getting a little rotation in the spine, just a little rotation, but as we look back, it should feel nice. One more inhale, and exhale, come through center. Switch sides, make sure you're on that padded part of your mat. And bring that left knee, remember if this was our y-axis and this was our x-axis, then you're going to go to about like 0, blah, 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 45, 50, 60 degrees. So bring that leg to about 60 degrees, knee tracking over second toe. Inhale and exhale. Next inhale, sweep into the stretch. Oh, this is a good stretch. I'm really feeling it here in my obliques. Move the neck around if it feels necessary, if it feels good. Really sinking deep into that stretch, but not to the point of a biting pain, only to the point of, I definitely feel like I'm stretching and I should probably do more of this. If it's a horrible pain, then back out. We're gonna hold this for one more breath cycle. Come back up, reset. Square your hips the best you can. Square your hips and your pelvis towards that left knee. Circle the arms up, hinge, lean forwards without rounding in the spine. Palms face one another. Rotating the torso towards that left knee. Nice and tall. Pull the spine into a lengthened position from the crown of the head to the tailbone. One more full inhale. And exhale out the mouth. Come back through center. Pause. Recharge. Hands on the hips. Here we go. We're going to keep the right hand on the hip. The left arm sweeps up. You really kind of press into the right side of the hips with that hand. And that left arm comes up and over. You're looking back towards the right elbow, the right foot. You're getting a tiny bit of rotation to the right in the spine, but you're still holding that marvelous stretch in the hips, in the inner thighs. Breathing into the stretch will help it to be more achievable, less painful. So don't forget about your breathing. One more breath cycle with me in through the nose, fully out through the mouth. Oh my goodness, my hips feel alive and ready to tackle the day. We do have one more little stretch here. Okay, so on your knees, inhale the arms up, press through the glutes to open the hips. And then exhale, cat arch the spine, round through the spine, one vertebra at a time until you find your quadruped position. You're going to outstretch the right leg. This time the right foot is directly in line with the left knee. Do a little body scan. Check. Okay, good to move on. I'm going to sit my hips back onto that left foot, which is released. I'm not curling my toes. And I'm just going to do a little single leg child's pose. So I'm straightening that right leg, getting a nice little stretch again on the inner thigh muscles. Shift back into quadruped, and then take that left arm up to the sky. Press into the left shin and the right foot and the right hand. Really feel grounded in your tripod position here before taking that left arm through the window of space you created and sending that left shoulder close to the ground, and then maybe outstretching the right arm overhead. So this looks a little bit weird. Maybe you've never done anything of the like, but I call it a thread the needle in a quadruped position with an added leg stretch. I don't really have a cool name for this, but if you guys can think of one, leave me a comment with the name for the weird stretch thingy that we did in class. I'm curious to see what you guys come up with. One more inhale. Full exhale. On your next inhale, shuffle the right hand back to your quadruped position and send the left arm up to the sky once again. Cool transition. We're going to take the left arm down to the ground to the side of our left knee, and the right arm sweeps up into a side stretch. So in our side kneeling position, this is a big part of Pilates, is doing side lying leg work, but we're gonna do something here in our kneeling position. I want you to think about pressing into that left hand, opening up the left shoulder, elevate the right arm above your right shoulder, and then lift the right leg and hold it. Flex the ankle, toes towards the shin. You're only holding it for 10 seconds. Use the ground to your advantage. Press the earth away to help lift the body. Engage your glutes, engage the core. 3, 2, 1. Back to your side bend. And then come to a child's pose. In between, outstretch the arms in front of you. And then inhale onto the knees, sweep the arms up, press the hips open, engage the core here. Exhale, cat arch the spine. You're rounding the spine. Pull the belly button back, round through every vertebra until you reach the ground into your quadruped neutral spine position. Send the left leg out to the side. It's in line with your right knee. Little body scan here before you add movement. Uncurl the right toes so the right foot is planted, pressing into the ground. You're going to shift your weight back slowly, slowly, slowly until you find yourself in a comfortable extended leg child's pose. So I love this because it gives me a really nice stretch on the front of my shin and on those peroneal muscles right here on the side of your ankle and shin. So I feel like it's a really great stretch, but if it's too much, you could always bring the toes up into more of a dorsiflexion. But if you want that nice stretch, then try to keep them down, just like so. All right, return to quadruped. And inhale, send that right arm up to the sky and hold. I have less rotation on this side, so I can't really go all the way up like on my left arm. So work within your body's limitations. You're gonna hold it a little bit longer, connect to the left foot, left hand and the right shin, pressing down as the right arm lifts in opposition up. On your next inhale, thread the needle. Bring the right hand underneath the window of space you created. Bring it through that window, trying to get the right shoulder as close as possible to the ground. Mine's not gonna make it, but it's close. And then outstretch that left arm overhead. You're resting on the right side of your head, gazing towards that left foot. As you breathe, breathe into the back body. Breathe into the widening sensation that you should be feeling on the back of the right shoulder. This is also a nice QL stretch. The quadratus lumborum, the QL muscle, is one of your very deep lower back muscles in here. So getting a little rotation always helps to stretch one of your QL muscles. It works to stabilize your spine when you're standing, running, jumping. So we've got to get it stretched out so it doesn't get all icky and aggravated. One more inhale. And exhale. Fully exhale. Take that left arm in and the right arm back up to the sky. Woo. And then cool transition. The right hand comes down to the side of your right knee and the left arm sweeps into the side bend stretch, palm facing the ground. I want you to press actively away from the ground with the right hand. Press through the glutes to open up the hips here. And then when you're ready, stack the shoulders. Inhale, lift that left leg, strong leg, dorsiflexing through the ankle. That means toes are towards the shin. And hold for 10 seconds. Testing your balance. In a side support position, can you still engage your core and engage your glutes? Very important in Pilates to be able to engage the core in any orientation to the mat. One more breath in and exhale back to your side bend and then sweep the arms back to your child's pose. From there, roll onto your side and onto your back. We're almost done with our little session today. Okay. I just want to rest here for a second. Take one breath here on your back, in through the nose. Exhale. Bring your feet a little bit further in front of you. They are hip distance apart. The feet are down, knees are bent. Take the arms into your kind of guarded boxing position in front of your chest. Take an inhale to pause. On your exhale, you're going to curl up one vertebra at a time, all the way up punch, 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 punch. 4 crossbody punches, roll all the way back. It's an exhale to lift, and then a punch, 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 punch. Inhale to come back. Inhale back, 1 vertebra at a time. Exhale, lift. When you're all the way back, make sure the ribs do not pop off the ground. They are heavy and weighted down. Changing it up, you're going to roll halfway down, hold your guarded position, and rotate here. In that halfway C-curved position, you're tucking your tailbone, engaging your deep abdominals to support your body here in this position. Roll all the way down. We're going to do that one more time. Exhale all the way up. Inhale, pause. Exhale, C-curve and hold, halfway hold. Now we're going to throw our crossbody punches here. Exhale as you punch. 3, 2, and 1. All the way up. Take an inhale, grow tall, and exhale, roll fully down to the, I don't know what I'm saying. Roll your spine all the way down and hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little roll on the mat. Releasing sacrum, that's the back of your pelvis. Releasing any pressure in the lower back. By doing these nice circles, do it in both directions. And we're going to end with a little scissor variation. It's called the single straight leg stretch in mat Pilates. So we're going to do a few variations on it, ending in our crisscross. Straighten the legs up to the sky, point through the legs and the ankles as much as you can. If you need to modify, then maintain the same degree of knee flexion the whole time if your hamstrings are tight and cannot straighten all the way. All right, inhale, exhale, ab, curl, lift. Hold the back of your left thigh or the left calf, but never on the knee joint. And you're gonna do a sniff, sniff, exhale to switch. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Through the nose you inhale, exhale through the mouth. I'll try to over-enunciate it. Pulse, pulse, exhale, switch. Try to quiet the movement in your lower back and pelvis. That's called lumbopelvic stability. Stabilizing them as the legs are adding perturbance to try to move the lower back. You're going to not let that happen though by engaging all of your core muscles, using your hip flexors, using your biceps. The elbows are wide, biceps are engaged, but you're relaxing through the shoulders and you're lengthening the back of the neck by kind of tucking your chin a little bit and gazing towards your belly button, groin area. If I was looking to the sky, that would really put immense pressure on my neck. Hug the knees into the chest, roll the head, neck, and shoulders back down. Our light turned off, but I'm pretty sure you can still see me. Okay, rolling back up, flexing the ankles, and hands come behind the head this time. You're interlacing your hands to make a little basket, a hammock for the neck. Release the head into that hammock, and we're going to do single leg without the pulse with dorsiflexed ankles. Elbows are wide in your peripheral vision. Now you exhale as the leg is down. Inhale as you switch. Move slowly with control. And if you want, you can end by adding a crisscross. Upper body rotation towards the leg that is towards you. Exhale as you rotate. Inhale as you pass through center. You can increase the speed by coming into your single leg stretch legs where one knee is bent, the other jets out straight. Same breath pattern, you exhale, inhale as you pass through center. 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness, hug the knees into your chest. And we're gonna end on our bellies. Flop gracefully onto your belly. And we'll end with a swan to kind of stretch out the front of your body a little bit. So start with your legs nice and long. I like to even lift my leg and then place it down again to make sure it gets even longer on the mat. Place your hands beside your shoulders, a little bit out to the side, like at the width of your mat. Forehead is down on the mat. Do a little body scan. You're tucking your tailbone, engaging your gluteal muscles, and you're pulling your belly muscles of the abdominal wall up towards your spine. And then as you move, you inhale and you pull the upper body forwards like an airplane going down the runway. And you reach back with your toes in opposition. And I want you to lift halfway. And exhale to peel back down. Just do that a few more times. Inhale, reach into halfway position in your swan. Keeping the elbows back, shoulders down. Exhale, come back to the mat. One more like so. Inhale, halfway lift. Really trying to pull the belly up towards the spine to support the lower back. We're really trying to increase mobility in the upper and the mid back while stabilizing the lower back. Roll back down. Now you're going to either stay there, or if it doesn't aggravate your lower back, you can press into your full expression of swan. Inhale to come up. Extend the elbows as much as you can. It's okay and necessary for the pubic bone on the front of the pelvis to lift off from the mat. If it were down, it would create even more compression in my lower back. So I'm lifting the pubic bone, pressing evenly through my palms, widening my shoulders on the back of my body. And then I exhale to come back, re-articulate back to the mat. We'll do 2 more. Inhale as you lift forwards and up. Drive the elbows back. Drive the crown of the head up. Exhale down. We have 1 more. Final swan. Make it a good one. Inhale. Press into your palms. Elbows are back. Roll the shoulders down and back the whole time. And full exhale, release your swan. Press your body back into a wide-legged child's pose now. Reaching your arms forwards, decompressing the spine, and then walking your hands to the right. The left hand stacks on top of the right hand. And I want you to think about sending energy back into the left side of your hip to anchor your left hip and get a nice stretch on the left side body. And walk your hands back through center and over to the left. Placing the right hand on top of the left and sending energy down through the right hips. Through the right side of your hips. You don't have a right hip and a left hip. It's actually like one big fused bone, but the bone is comprised of 3 different bones that make this big pelvis bowl. So you're pressing back through the right side of your pelvis. 1 more breath in and out. Bring the hands back through center and roll up through your spine. Come to a seated position with your hands on your thighs and roll the shoulders down and back. Closing your eyes. Just notice the gratitude that you hold for your body and its capability to move for you today, every day. We put so much stress and strain on our body, and it's so important that we take the time a few times a week, if not every day, to release that muscle tension. So flutter your eyelids open. Thank yourself for showing up today and joining me here on my channel, Kinesis. I would greatly appreciate it if you shared this video if you liked it. And like it, subscribe to my channel, and come back for more classes I will be posting at least once a week. Thank you so much, and see you next time.